The usual suspects are up for you as always. After what I thought was an absolutely amazing trip to a place that I must admit, I've walked past and driven past probably thousands of times, and had no idea just how fab the Little Phil happened to be. Absolutely tremendous. I know the guys, both of them, both Kenny and Tony, who's with us tonight, felt exactly the same way about it. The people there as well who let us in and that we interviewed, they're just absolute diamonds, and we couldn't have had a better time. We had something momentous occur, and I didn't realize it until Sunday night when on air one of the Jarrow Paranormal Society came on and said, your clue for last week was a light bulb moment, and the light bulb cover fell from the ceiling. I think we're going to see it.
Yeah, I've just muted it until you get up the stairs so you can.
Oh, I see, right. Because I've not seen and heard this. Because I physically watched this light fall. So I'm going to shut up just so I can watch this bit.
It's very quiet, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Oh, God. What the hell was that?
The top of a lamp fell off.
Jesus. It's rocking as well.
Well, no, the front of it's just fallen off.
As well.
The ball's going.
The ball was just going there.
No,
How?
forget that, Kenny.
What?
See that lamp?
What lamp?
The one I'm pointing at.
That one.
The front of it's just fallen off onto the floor.
Oh
just
my
fell off.
God, it's smashed and everything.
Oh, my God.
It really has. The ball was going off as well. Look. Look. It's in pieces. Oh my God, they'll not be happy with this.
We were nowhere near it.
It's broken, look.
How the hell? That must have been up there for years.
That is incredible.
I've also got the night vision, which shows the ball go off, but I think it might be
7. David's with us in Jarrow. Hello, David.
Hi, Alan, you all right?
Yes, I'm good, mate. What you got for me?
It's just about the ghost hunt at the Little Phil.
Right, yes.
Now, I don't know if it was coincidence or something you said had tempted fate, but if you cast your mind back to the blow,
Yes.
can you remember the first clue that you give out?
Remind me.
A light bulb moment.
A light bulb. My good gracious, that's right.
And look what's happened, yeah.
And of course, the light bulb moment was about William Swan, who invented the light bulb, who was a member there, and his light bulb's on display there.
Yeah.
A light bulb moment in Hell's Teeth. Isn't that weird? That is the weirdest thing.
It just come to us before, and I thought, whoa. So you're to blame?
Yeah. And do you know, I'm stupidly, I never put 2 and 2 together there, David. But you're absolutely right. That was the very first clue. Whoa. Hey, that is something. We're trying to get hold of the CCTV footage, but, you know, Murphy's Law, when you need it and really want it, well, it is there, but the woman who is the only one talented enough to get it off to send it to us is on holiday till next week. So we'll have it in the next week or so, but I want to see it now, you know, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Hey, but thanks for that, though, because I never thought of it. Thank you.
It's like the bloke says, though, when he come back in.
Yes.
And he says the only time it had been touched was a year ago.
Yeah.
To change the bulb, so it's had a year to come down, if it was going to come down, you know.
And also, he was explaining that you have to get somebody to go out onto the roof.
Yeah, to crank it.
To crank it down to the floor, you change the bulb, then the guy on the roof presumably cranks it back up into place again.
Yeah.
So amazing. But light bulb moment, of course. Tempting providence, you call that, don't you?
And the other thing was when he's had the SLS out,
Yes.
and the SLS mapped that figure of a child.
Yes, around the table at the top. Yes.
Yeah, I was watching it and I thought sometimes you got to be careful with them things because it can map chair legs and things like that.
Sure.
But then you got the dowsing rods out.
Yeah.
And that's when it all become clear, the little girl and everything, and the voices on the necromancer and everything. So I think you were bang on there, like.
Well, thank you, mate. The thing with the stories of the place are all about grown-ups.
Yeah.
Everything's about grown-up. Nobody at any point, as far as I can tell, even other ghost groups that have been, nobody's ever mentioned a small child. And yet that certainly the image, because it wasn't just like we went right around the table and whatever was there was happening. And then it would disappear and then it came back again. So if
mischievous,
it was an amazing capture. But
when she was talking to you with the rods,
you've blown my mind with that clue that I gave, because of course it was.
Well, at first when you said light bulb moment, and then you said no point.
Yes.
For the second clue, me and Julie thought suit a lighthouse. We thought we had it, but we're not that clever. We got it wrong. Right. But I just come to us. I thought Alan's first clue was light bulb moment, and then that light blue.
That is
come down.
Crazy, absolutely crazy.
But everything you got, I think, was more or less bang on. Because when I heard it all crashing down and everything, I thought it was Kenny.
Right.
Because he's
yeah.
Yeah. But,
do you know when we first went in, though, David, you look around and there's a statue here and there's
that's exactly what I thought. I thought Kenny and statues. Oh no.
Yeah, but he wasn't even in that whole area. He had to come from another room, and you saw his torch coming through when he came through. But I saw the light. I saw it. The chances of, first of all, the chances of it happening, if it was random, is 1,000,000 to 1. But to be able to say that you stood there and actually watched it happen, I saw it. Yeah. I saw it dislodge, and I saw it almost in, that when you're
slow
driving
motion
the slow motion kind of thing. I saw it fall to the floor, and then it went boom, and the pair of us both kind of jumped and reacted to it. And I'm thinking, well, first thing I thought was, have we knocked something really expensive?
Yeah.
Are we going to have to stump up for it? That was our first thought. But after we got that, the whole atmosphere changed as well.
I noticed, the whole mood changed. It was like, whoa, that was big,
It was comfy and it was warm. And that's a rarity for where we go. And we were enjoying all of that. And we were getting the odd tweak here and there, and nothing particularly massive. But that was massive. That was absolutely massive.
It was. I would have been out me,
we would just, that when you see something unbelievable, whenever you watch it, when you watch telly and you see, that there's somebody robs a bank in front of everybody and everybody runs. I don't think you do. I think you kind of go, because that's what I do, and that would probably get me shot under the circumstances. But I was just staring at it, and then because it was moving just a little bit, and you're thinking, what has just happened? How could that have occurred? Because it's had all of those years, to do its thing.
Decades, and
amazing. But it was
you and Tony went really quiet. You just changed completely.
Yeah, because the mood went from comfortable to edgy, and you've been on ghost hunts, David. You know when there's a complete. It's almost like the entire mood just tips upside down.
Changes, yeah.
You've been in that kind of situation, and when it happens, you know it. You absolutely know it.
Especially when you replay things like video or EVP and everything, you don't hear or see anything, and then you replay it and you hear it or you see it and you think, "Whoa,
what the hell was that?" And also the thing that always annoys me, and I know if people are supporters, we get them because you're thankfully with us. We get the blah on the Tuesday where we go over everything with like a fine tooth comb and give people a chance to chat to us and what have you. When we are doing the blah, it's very comfortable. Yet I know for a fact when I talk about it, that all the hair on the back of my neck's going to go up because it was one of those rare moments where something happens that's so completely unexpected.
Yeah, and sometimes you go, you know, you go and you don't get a coconut, and then the next time you go in, you get something massive like that, and you know,
I don't know what I expected from the place. I'd heard, whenever you think libraries and ghosts, I always remember that scene from the first Ghostbusters film. If you remember, there was a ghost looking through the thing, and it turns around and goes, ah!
Yeah.
So I don't even know what I expected, because it's a beautiful room. A lot of obviously great books and great art in and around the place. So you think, are you going to get anything? There's people in here every day. And yet there's enough stories, even from the people that work there, to intrigue you. But no, thank you for that. I've got a little note saying, ask him about the new app. What's that all about, dear?
The new app? Oh, yeah. I mentioned it on the blog the other day. It's called GhostTube.
I've had a look for it. It's not on my phone for some reason.
Hang
on a second. Tony's screaming at me saying, that's what we use. That's the SLS.
Yeah, but there's another one with it as well, which is the voice one.
Ah, right.
It's not the SLS one, it's a voice one.
Right.
I think it's called GhostTube Vox or something like that.
GhostTube Vox.
And it works like Ovulus.
Oh, right. Oh, I see.
And it puts the words up on the screen. It uses like a database dictionary and that. And
right. And the words are on the screen.
Yeah, it uses the magnometers in the phone or something like that.
Right.
For the energies to
show themselves.
Produce the
Gotcha.
But, just the last call I'm on there as well about Edinburgh.
Yes.
Me and Julie like to go to Edinburgh every Christmas, but with the COVID and that, we haven't been able to do it. Yeah. And we always go on the ghost hunts when we're there.
Right.
And one of the most eeriest places was Greyfriars Churchyard.
And the Covenanters Cemetery on the side of it as well.
Yeah, that you can't get into that though because it's locked.
Yeah, but there is special tours apparently that you can go on because an exorcist was killed by something up there.
Yeah,
so that's why they've locked it off, and they just do special tours now.
Yeah, see, we don't like to do the touristy bit. We like to do it ourselves, you know.
I understand.
It's cheaper.
Absolutely, and I think it's more fun than
it is.
20 or 30 people. Absolutely.
Hey, but the scariest part was the Mackenzie poltergeist tomb bit.
Yes. Yeah.
It's terrible.
It's extreme. It's one of the more
it is. You can feel it when you walk up to it.
100%. Jarrow Paranormal. David, thank you very much. Top call.
No problem, Alan.
Lovely to hear from you. Thanks, man.
Thanks, mate. Bye now.
Take care. Bye-bye. He's a superstar, David. And how come we didn't think of that? My first clue, a light bulb moment. And a light bulb, not just a light bulb. This is a light, is huge, drum-sized light thing. Just came down. Amazing. 0191 488 3188. As soon as we get footage of it, we'll show you it. Okay, we should get it within the next week or so. Fingers